I laid them buttery beads down. Oh, that's nice. I'm sure I'll get the welders in the comments saying how bad that is. I don't know, for me that's pretty good, I think. So. Yesterday afternoon it was pretty cold out and everybody was off doing other things, so I did a little shop project here. I'll have to get it out and show you. It's kind of under the tractor. Something I've been meaning to do for a while, but works pretty good. So it's a pulling tractor mover I made out of some scrap metal that we had laying around. Put a big plate on the bottom here. It's just C-channel, which I could have used like square stock or whatever, but we didn't have any that big or enough of it that big. So I welded that big plate on the bottom, and then this is an old drawbar out of a tractor that actually broke. You can see it in the back there. It broke. I just welded that in between there, and it already had the holes for adjusting. So the end of the drawbar that hooked up to the implement was at this end, and these 3 holes go underneath the tractor to slide the drawbar in and out. So I just left them on there, and I kind of welded it out. This is as long as it is. Obviously, I didn't cut it. And she's got about all she can do to pick up the tractor all the way out there. So I just left it, though. The worst thing I can do is just torch it off right here and make it a little shorter. And I did it that long, too, so I could put some weight on, because now the weight is on closer on the back of the forks. So then I got another ball that because this is a 2-inch ball. I got a 2 5/16 ball, and then I might weld like a little stand on there for a little crescent wrench to take the ball on and off, and a hitch pin, because I could easily move like different trailers and stuff with it. So that's kind of the plan. Just a trailer tractor mover. The problem with the one on the skid loader, I'll see if I can find it over here. We've got this little skid loader one here that we can move trailers with, which is just fine, but the problem is all the weight's on this boom, and it actually twists the whole thing a little bit, which it can take that. But the real problem is when you get over here, say you got that mover on the left here, and you want to turn this way, then the right side ends up hitting the weights here, and you can only turn so sharp one way, depending on which side you have it on. You got the mover on this side and you want to turn like this with the skid loader, pretend I'm the skid loader, then the other arm hits here. So that's why it's nice to have it out at the end far away, because I could literally come in, like last night the tractor's sitting here, sitting like right there. I came in like at a real sharp angle and picked it up, and then it's real easy to move. And I can move it out on the forks a little bit. We've got the front completely loaded with weight right now, so I mean, that's as heavy as this thing is ever going to get on the front. And the back of the skid loader the back of the forklift gets a little bit light. So maybe, I don't know what you're really going to gain, because when you cut that thing off, you're going to have to put it out further. So I don't know. It's just kind of where it is. You know, if the tractor's lighter, I can slide this out. You know, I've got it in there pretty far. You can always slide it out, you know, and it'll do it, but. And everybody will say, why didn't you just drill a hole in your fork? Well, the problem is, that's all fine and dandy, and it would probably work fine, but you put all your weight on one fork, and then it bends your one fork, and then my forklift doesn't do the one thing I want it to do good, and pick up pallets and totes. So if I bend a fork, that's going to just piss me off for the rest of the time. So that's kind of why I did this. You got the strength of both forks. You're not going to bend both those forks, but you know, the back of the forklift will actually lift up before you're going to bend the forks, I think. But I don't know. It's just this way too. You could pick it up with a skid loader or whatever, you know. And if I decide I want to revamp it, all I've got in it is scrap iron. So that stuff's been sitting on the shelf for 3 years, and do a little demonstration here, I guess. off so you can see it. I'll give her a little lean back and a little pick up. As you can see, it bows a little bit, but that drawbar is meant for way more than that. I'd be more concerned about my welds than actually breaking that drawbar. So, yeah, and it just, people will say, well, isn't that going to slide off the end? You know, last night I was ramming back and forth with it pretty good, and it didn't move. There's so much pressure on it, it ain't gonna move, unless I think you get real wild with it. But I was afraid last night that my weld was gonna bend and literally fling the drawbar into the hood, but I laid them buttery beads down. Oh, that's nice. I'm sure I'll get the welders in the comments saying how bad that is. I don't know, for me that's pretty good, I think. So, for just a farmer, not a welder.
Happy Friday. Dalton and I are going to get calves today. It's still cold. The real feel is -7 right now, but it's supposed to warm up next week. So we didn't clean the calf barn yesterday because it's going to warm up, and we're going to wait till it warms up a little bit to maybe not be so stressful to clean. So off to go get calves. Dalton and I got done getting calves. They're gonna bed cattle again. I'm going home. Mason, what'd you do today?
I got done.
What'd you do?
I worked on a semi, serviced that, just washed part of a tractor. Rolling got here.
Went to lunch. For a while.
Got my airflow in here. Yeah, productive.
Very. It's a Friday, so I mean.
Ready to go home.
Action.
Gotta go get new batteries.
Why?
Because if I don't have the right voltage, it messes with the aim system. So.
And you don't want that when you're spraying my crops.
The Viper system, and it's just
a mess.
I wonder if that's what's wrong with the airflow. Could be. That if anybody knows of a good battery brand, let me know, because I'm willing to spend some money. I'm sick of. They're all junk. I'm gonna try Optima batteries because they did sponsor Lucas Oil for a while, and we've got them in. I think they still do, and we've got them in the old Tomcat, and they've been in there for probably 6 years since it's new. They've been good. When's it not started? You know. So I'm gonna get. Hopefully they make a battery about that size. I don't know. It doesn't have to get into a tight spot, so as long as it's the same cold cranking amps, we'll get after it. And if that's junk too, then we'll go back to the hand crank, I guess. We're working on, riding on, and driving the struggle bus all in one today.
What's going on?
Wreckage.
Got some juice coming out of it.
Juice, yeah. Holy shit. Another butcher area.
Oh gosh, that is.
We're out of this morning.
So what'd you do?
We're blaming this on Greg still.
Well, we've already learned that he's... Greggy, what'd you do? What'd you do to this?
I fixed the part.
Well, it worked when I gave it to you.
I don't think so.
Well, you never got it unfolded.
All right, this is oil. And that's a bad one, you said?
These are all good.
These are good. And why do we have bad and good oil?
Because we thought there's more oil than we thought.
So you put too much oil in it?
No. Let me take this cap off. That's like capacity more than 25 gallons.
Here's a peek at what Avery is doing. We clean out bedding. I don't know exactly how many days they do it. I'll have to ask them. But cleaning out bedding and then hauling the manure onto the fields. We'll see if he comes over here. We'll ask him right now. Also, I just got done with a workout class and Bree was at the farm all day, so. How many times a week do you clean out the bedding in here? How many times a week do you clean out the bedding in here?
Not very often.
Okay.
It hasn't been a while. It's been probably 3 weeks, but that's just because it's been so cold out. It's been frozen. This is the first warm day to get it out. So there's a lot.
And you guys have been putting new bedding though on top of
Yeah,
it.
we just keep adding bedding to it. You get that good base under it.
So they still have good clean bedding, it's just piled on top of each other.
Yeah.
And now we're taking it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, have fun. Remember, if you don't film, you owe me $10.
Well, you're here filming.
No, remember, if you don't film, you owe me $10. We have Avery and I have a new bet going, not a new bet, a new contract, if you will, where if he doesn't film any day he's at the farm, he owes me $10, and if it's the next day, then he owes me $20, and if it's the next day, he owes me $100.
Yeah.
So film. One question we didn't get on Instagram, but I think we get asked this in almost every single video we post in the comments of who's who on our channel. This is Avery.
I'm in charge of everything, all important. I'm just kidding.
No, he's in charge of like 2 things.
Shut up.
Avery is 31 years old.
31? No, I'm not.
I know. How old are you? 27. Almost 28 years old. His dad is Greg, who you see on this channel.
Otherwise known as
Greg E.
Yeah.
Greg E. Only called Greg E. Then, what else? What other fun facts about you can we provide?
I like to have a good time.
Whoa. That's so riveting.
No, I run the sprayer, sometimes the chopper, combine, semi, whatever. I guess I do it all.
You're like the jack of all trades.
Yeah, you could say that.
Master of none. Besides the sprayer, you're pretty masterful there. And then Mason is Avery's brother. Younger brother. Mason is 24. He's 2 years younger than me. And what fun facts can we give about Mason? He doesn't wear his personality pants often when the camera is on, but when the camera is off, he does actually have a personality that's just not dry. What else?
He runs the corn planter, the planters, the airflow, the chopper, and then he runs the track combine.
And then Dalton, who you very rarely but will occasionally see in our videos, he is their cousin, and he does all the cattle stuff. And
he's the herdsman.
yes, the herdsman. And then Avery and I are dating. Unfortunately, he has not given me a ring for my finger yet. But if you guys continue to watch this video, maybe he'll be able to afford the ring that I want. Just kidding.
It's expensive. You need to watch. Just run it on loop.
I would marry you with paper rings.
Yeah, you say that just because
of Taylor Swift.
I'm talking about her right now.
Anyway, so Avery and I are dating, and we have a dog together. Bree's in the background.
I'll show her. She's behind you.
Oh my god. She's back there.
Restart.
She doesn't really like vehicle rides, but she's coming with us. Oh, there she is. And then then with the farm stuff, I do our direct-to-consumer beef business. I help out at the scale house in the fall. I help Dalton with calf stuff particularly, which you guys always see me with calves. I sometimes help them in the field. Avery lets me do my own field.
Go back to what's the title? You could probably pin it.
Yeah, I'll pin it up here. I left my girlfriend alone to farm.
Yeah, our first viral video.
Yeah.
Not really viral,
but
like
good enough for us.
That got some like good traction.
Yeah. And then other background on me is I went to UW-Madison for animal science and life sciences communication, so marketing stuff with agriculture. So beyond what you guys see of me doing here on the channel is I help some agriculture companies with their social media marketing stuff, and then I host events and things on our farm as well. So that's the gist of who you see. And then there's
once in a while you see Brandon once in a while, who's Mason and I's business partner.
Yep.
And we've got a spraying business, so what would you call it? An application business.
Yeah,
basically.
Custom application business.
Yeah, so we've got 2 sprayers. Obviously, you've seen the case in the New Holland. My business partner Brandon owns half that business, along with Mason and I own the other half, and we do commercial spraying basically.
Sometimes you also see Roland. Roland doesn't really talk in the videos, but you will see him.
Yep.
He's worked at the farm for,
I don't want to short him, but I think it's almost 25 years.
yeah, a very long time. So a very key, valuable employee. You also occasionally, especially during harvest, might see Roger.
Yep.
He's one of our truck drivers.
Yeah, he watches the videos.
He watches the videos. Yes, he does. Hi, Roger. Shout out. Second part stop of our journey. Like I said, we drive past Richie's and Hennessy, so it works out good. And when we pulled in, you can't see it's on the other side of this brick wall, but there's a nice tractor over there that Avery was like, that could come home with me.
Forever.
Bro, Cephas, what happened in there?
Listen, taking forever. I'm not done yet.
Oh no, if I had known this is gonna take so long, Bree and I would have gone for a WALK or something. But because we're going to get beef, another question we've gotten before is how can you purchase beef from us? We do not ship our beef. Our processor is only licensed for sale in Wisconsin, so that means we cannot sell our product outside of the state of Wisconsin either. So unfortunately, it's only if you're local that you can get some from us, but we will let everyone know when we are able to ship, and then y'all better put in the sale. No, I'm kidding. But we'll let you guys know when we're able to ship. So I walk into the shop, and what do I see but the butt ends of the tractors out? What's happening?